So hello friends, and welcome back to my bathroom for another episode of really terrible lighting in Beth's bathroom. So let's just get started with this process. So I read all of the directions on this little sheet that comes with the Color Oops. And basically, you're supposed to protect your clothing, which I don't really care about this shirt. Sorry, Iredell Humane Society. So I'm just gonna wear this. Follow all the instructions. Don't mix it with other products. Don't apply if your skin is broken. Don't use it on henna color. You're supposed to do a strand test. I never do those. That's probably bad. Don't use any dryers or external heat sources. Always mix the entire contents and don't leave it on longer than 20 minutes. And then it also says for longer, thicker hair, which I have, you may need more than one box. So I have two, just in case. It also says to comb your hair smooth and get all the tangles out. It needs to go on dry hair. Wear gloves. And don't mix it in a metallic bowl or let it come in contact with a metallic surface. So you're supposed to mix these two bottles. So here is uno y dos. So you're supposed to put this into this, mix it together. And then it says to replace the cap on applicator bottle 2. So it's a little squirty looking one. And put the cap on, shake it well for 30 seconds, and then remove the cap and place the applicator nozzle on the applicator bottle and then cut the nozzle tip. So you're supposed to apply it to all areas of your hair that need hair color removal, which is my whole head. And you're supposed to move quickly, which is what I'm nervous about because I'm kind of a slowpoke at these things because I'm really picky about making sure I cover all my bases, so we'll try to move as fast as we can. Oh, and the reason it says to move quickly is the activity of the mixture decreases with elapsed time, so I guess the longer it's in the bottle, the less effective it is. Be certain there is even and adequate product penetration throughout the areas of the hair that is being removed, and gently rework through for even penetration. So then, afterwards, we process. So we put the cap on our hair, which I guess this big plastic sheet is the cap. So, and then the gloves are on the back of this. So we put that on our hair, and we let it sit for 20 minutes, up to 20 minutes, and you check its progress. Be certain the room is not cold, and be certain that you're not sitting near a vent blowing cool air, because this will affect the timing and the results. And don't process longer than 20 minutes. What it said earlier is that the rinsing out and like the washing is one of the most important parts, because basically what this is supposed to do is shrink the hair color molecules so that they fall out like easily as you like wash your hair. So if you don't rinse enough or don't wash enough, then you're not going to get all of it out. At least that's my understanding. So under the section it says rinse with warm water and shampoo. And so you rinse it with warm water and then you shampoo it, and then you rinse that for 15 to 20 minutes. So that's a lot of rinsing. I'll probably set a timer for that. Then you shampoo it again and rinse for another 5 minutes, and you repeat that 2 more times. So that's a lot of washing and rinsing. This is very important for desired results. The more you rinse, the better your results. And then you apply conditioner. Then it says that you should towel dry your hair and check for the color removal. If any additional color removal is needed, be certain to check hair condition, texture, and porosity. If condition of hair permits, repeat above steps. Do not repeat more than 2 to 3 times. And always depending on the condition of hair and scalp. So that is that. It sounds like hair washing is going to take up a lot of my night. So this is the color that we are starting with. So essentially where this hair has been it has been like a burgundy red, it was close to my natural color and it had highlights. And then I put a red color on it, which you guys saw, and then I decided I didn't like the red anymore, so I dyed over it brown, but now it's like brown with a red tint. You can see it when the light kind of hits it. There's still red in it. So the goal is to get all the dark and the red out, and this is the color that I bought. Mama wants to be blonde. So it is a medium ash blonde. I tried to stick with ash because I know that my hair is gonna be like an orangey, like bleached looking color. And so something with ash will hopefully cancel out all those orangey tones. And I chose lighter than I cared to go because I've read and heard that you wanna kinda go lighter because after your hair's been through this, it's kind of porous and soaks up the color more, and so it can tend to go dark, and I don't want it to go dark. So we went with this color, which I will be totally fine if it's darker than this. Here she blows. Like I say, I'll be fine if it's not this color, if it's a little bit darker. So really quick, I'm just gonna brush my hair, which is looking pretty rough right now, and it needs to be washed. It just doesn't know it's going to be washed as many times as it is tonight. So I'm going to brush it out and mix this together, and then I'll show you guys me applying it, and then I'm going to have to get in the shower and do all the rinsey, and then I'll show you what happens after. So I have brushed through all my hair, and I sectioned it into these 4 little clips, and I just wanted to show you kind of how things are set up. So I've got lots of mirrors in my bathroom. So these are what I'm going to be looking into. And then behind me, I stood up this mirror on something. So hopefully, as I'm trying to see the back of my hair, I can make sure I don't miss any spots in the back. All right, so let's just get started, shall we?
Shut up and sit down.
So now we're going to shake vigorously for 30 seconds. Here we go. Can you see me at all? Yes.
Shut up and sit down.
We are totally out of the first bottle. We mixed a second bottle because number 1, I bought it, and number 2, I did run out like in the process of getting it all in my hair. So I'm gonna go ahead and use this second bottle and just make sure, as well as I can make sure, that it's coated, especially towards the back, because that's kind of where I ran out. It's really liquidy.
and sit down.
Okay, so I'm not sure how much more saturated I can get here. So we are going to blow her all back, top of the head. Real cute. So onward to 20 minutes of letting this sit on my head. So I'm just going to time that with my phone wherever that went and then wash this out and we'll see where we are. So I'm kind of like a tiger striped look right now, but it's all right. 20 minutes and then I'll be back. Excuse my black eyes, but this is about 7,000 washes and 8 million rinses later. I mean, I literally felt like I was standing in the shower rinsing my hair. Like, my knees hurt because they were locked the whole time. Like, that was just uncomfortable. So I'm going to kind of reveal the results to you here, and then I guess I'm going to go blow dry and just see where we are here. It makes your hair feel super dry and not good because it's like squeaky clean and it still smells. So, okay. So basically what we have is orange up top and then it slowly gets brown. Orange and brown. Now this may not be what it looks like totally dry, so let's hope for better results dry. I'm gonna go blow dry it and then come back and decide what I'm gonna do from it. So in case you've ever wondered what my hair looks like just blow dried, this is what it looks like, which is why I never blow dry it. Because I do have naturally curly wavy hair, so trying to like blow dry it straight is not something that works very well. So this is where we are. It's definitely lighter, especially at the top. The bottoms are still a little dark, but still definitely lighter. So at this point, it probably would be better for my hair if I stopped and, you know, like gave it a day to relax, but I'm in it to win it at this point. I just rinsed my hair out for like 7 hours in the shower. So we're just gonna go for it. Mix up the color, put it on, see what happens. I'm not like, this is not the worst color I've ever seen in the world, to be honest. Like, I mean, I wish the ends had come out a little better. I mean, maybe they're not that bad, I don't know. It's hard to really tell. It's definitely lighter, so that's good. And it's definitely red. So we're gonna see if this blonde ash color will cancel out some of these tones, and I suppose I'll be back. So we are colored. We are colored. My eyes are still black. I'm nervous about leaving it on too long because it does say, you know, that it will take darker and that you may not need to leave it on as long, but I'm also nervous about not leaving it on long enough. So it said about 25 minutes for like resistant gray hair on the package. So I set a timer for 20. I guess I'll keep an eye on it. The only thing is that it's hard to tell what the color is going to look like, because blondes look darker when the hair is wet, and my hair is definitely wet right now. It's really hard for me to tell how dark it's going to be. And I really hope that it tones some of the reds out. That's the hope. That's why we got the ash. So yeah, I guess we'll just let this chill in my head for like 20 minutes. I'm gonna find something to do, I suppose, and then rinse it out, and then I'm gonna blow dry it, and then we'll see what happens. I mean, my hair hasn't fallen out, so that's a plus. I guess that could have happened, but it didn't. My hair has not fallen out. That is a plus. So, see you after this is sat for 20 minutes. Hair diary. We are about 3 minutes from washing this out, and I'm kind of terrified. My biggest fear is that it's going to be way darker than I want it to, in which case using the color remover had, you know, like no purpose whatsoever, and I should have just left my hair the way it was. That my hair is just going to be the same color it was, or darker than it was. That is actually my other fear. It's really hard to tell right now. Got about a minute and 15 seconds or so, so I guess I'll just let this keep going, get the shower ready, and rinse it out. The smart thing to do, guys, really would just be to go get it done and just pay the money. But, since you're with me on this journey, let's see what happens. I'll see you in like a few minutes after I shower again. So apparently this whole video, I'm just gonna have a black eye, but that's just how it's gonna go. I'm out of the shower, so let's see. Let's wring some of the water out here. See what we got. It's just so hard to tell. I really hope that's not red. I'm gonna blow dry it. I'm a rebel, and I'm curious. So I stopped blowing drying like not even half the way through, because I just realized it's darker than I wanted. I'm not mad because it doesn't look bad, and I can't really tell if it looks lighter. I think the only thing that bothers me is, I don't know if you'll be able to see it here, but there's still like some red. There's still some red, especially right here, like at the crown. I don't know how well you can see that. But it's not terrible. I'm not necessarily mad. I'm just not thrilled. The goal out of all this was to be blonde, and that is clearly not what happened. I'm not a blonde. Maybe not as dark of a brunette as I once was, but not a blonde. So I guess if this teaches you anything, it's if you want something specific, just go get it done. Because you just never know how at-home color is gonna play out. And you don't want to throw a bunch of money into something that's not what you want. So I don't know if it was that I should have chosen a lighter box color, or did I not rinse enough, or all the dark hair color little things that were supposed to shrink and fall out, did they just not all get out and so they picked back up? I don't know, but this is what I got, and this is what we're working with. So I guess I'll just leave her like this for a while and work with it. I will touch back in later when I'm actually in a better mood and it's not 10:30 at night and I haven't just spent hours working on hair that is not what I wanted it to be. So peace out. We're back to talk about my color oops experience. So basically it did not turn out the way that I wanted it to turn out. I don't know if that was due to using a hair color that was not as light as it should be, or if it was due to me doing something wrong during the process. I think I pretty much followed the Color Oops instructions to a T, so I'm not really sure how that could have had much to do with it, but I don't know. You guys may know if you have used Color Oops in the past and it has worked for you. Maybe let me know down below, and I guess sort of tell me what it is that I may have done wrong. I don't know that I would necessarily do this process again. Number one, it took forever. So you have to rinse your hair while you're in the shower for so long when you're doing this. I was in the shower for like a good 40 minutes at least, and you just are supposed to consistently rinse and rinse and rinse and rinse. So I had like the, you know, like soggy fingertips, and I'm sure I probably used all the hot water. Like, it was just not pleasant. Second, it didn't do wonders for the texture of my hair. Now, I will say I had already dyed my hair several times like prior to doing this, so that's probably not good for it. But it just was not going well. It ended up I think it more so dried it out than necessarily like damaged it. So it was very frizzy and dry because of, I guess, all the shampooing and the product that you're putting in it. So yeah, it didn't do wonders for the feel of my hair. And I ended up with this. So it was actually a lot darker when I first dyed it compared to what it is now, because I actually went to the beach and that lightened it some. And then a really good friend of mine did a keratin treatment on it, so we kind of did it together, like, you know, like an at-home keratin treatment. So the texture is a lot better now than it was before, and you have to wash your hair like 5 times with a clarifying shampoo before you put the treatment on. So I think the washing that many times kind of helped rinse some of the darkness out of it too. So it has faded a bit since Color Oopsing, but you can see it's definitely still kind of dark. And something that I noticed too, there was definitely some red still left over. I don't know how much you can see it now, but it was towards the tops, like right in here was like a big red section. So it was like some of the red color like redeposited. I guess it's not as bad now, but you can see like my roots starting to try to come in, and also the roots that were colored with the blonde are a different color than the rest of my hair. And there's a dark section here. There's also a dog hair. There's a dark section here in my hair, and then it kind of lightens as it goes back towards the ends. So it's definitely not like a uniform color, and this is kind of where the red was right in this section. It's not terrible. Like, I mean, clearly I've been out in public with this hair and I don't feel bad about it. Like, it's not something that I feel like I need to fix right away. So it wasn't, I guess, a complete disaster. It just didn't turn out the way that I wanted. So, like I say, I probably wouldn't do it again. It was a lot of work for not the result that I wanted. I would probably just go have my hair done somewhere and let someone who knows what they're doing fix it. I was just concerned about bleaching my hair, so I thought that this would kind of be a way around bleaching it to keep it a little bit healthier, and it just didn't. I mean, it maybe did keep it some healthier, because I mean, it's not like my hair fell out or like anything crazy happened during the process. Like, it was still all intact. So I guess it was sort of a way around that, but it only lightened it a smidge, not as much as I wanted it to. Like, I wanted blonde hair, and that clearly has not happened. So I hope this video just kind of helps you as you are surfing the internet, because I don't know about you guys, but before I decided to do this, I watched like a million YouTube videos, and it was actually like a YouTube video that inspired me to give this a shot instead of going to get it done. So I thought I had watched enough to know what I was doing, but I guess what I need to preach is that everyone's hair is different and everyone's hair is going to react differently. So, I don't know if it was that I have dyed my hair like a number of times, so there are a number of colors on it. That may have had something to do with it. It may not, I don't know. But the porosity and the texture and the strength of your hair probably affects it too. I guess I did save money, so if this had worked, it would have been cheaper than going to a salon, but now I'm probably going to end up going to a salon anyway to get what I want. I'm going to let my hair rest a while because it's been through it recently, but I'll probably still end up going to a salon to get it fixed. So in the end, I'm going to spend more money than if I had just gone and had it done. But this is just who I am. I've always liked to do my hair at home and have always liked to try it myself. So I don't know if that'll ever change. But yeah, these are my results with Color Oops, and hopefully this helps you guys if you are considering this and are perusing the YouTube world for videos like these, because I will say that most other videos I watched made it look much easier than it actually is. So just keep that in mind. It's not like really quick, because I didn't start doing it until late that night, and I probably didn't go to bed until like 11 o'clock. So just keep in mind it takes a while, and it may not come out the way you want it to. So just things to think about. And I wasn't actually going to post this video, but I figured that it would be helpful to people who are, like I say, perusing the YouTube world to try and find videos like this to kind of see what people's experiences have been. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope that it wasn't too terribly disappointing, because I know I wanted to see like a major difference and an awesome result that I didn't get to see, so I'm sure that you guys are probably feeling that way too. But hopefully it helps at least a little bit, and hopefully you enjoyed it, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye.
Shut up and sit down.